Hi. A client called me a week or two ago, someone who I've spoken with her little dog a number of times, a rescue who had issues and sometimes needs help understanding transitions, going to the doctor, going to the groomer, and just it's really helped. It's a lovely relationship that we have and that they have. And this woman called me because her daughter had taken a dog from a shelter that she volunteered at to foster, and then thought that they were going to possibly adopt her because him, I'm sorry, I don't remember. I'm going to call her, adopt her because she was so sweet and quiet and nice. And so they had her for the weekend. They were fostering her, kind of trying her out. And the dog became like a different dog when she came to the house, very anxious. And when she and her husband put the dog in a crate when they went out, when they came back, the dog had broken out of the crate and had, quote, slobbered on all the windows, which apparently was, like really bad. So they were taking the dog back to the shelter. They were relinquishing her. And the woman was upset because she knew that speaking to the animal can help because she'd experienced it herself. And she'd sent quite a few other people to me, and I helped them with their shelter dogs when they were in transition. And so she asked me, could you help a dog that was this anxious and this upset? Could you have helped? And I'm like, yes, and I still can. Explaining what's going on. And she said, yeah, she'll talk to her daughter, but she'd already made up her mind. And it just tears at my heart. And I'm remembering my little Ziggy when he came to live with me from a shelter. And this is a dog who asked to come home with me. I was not looking for a dog. I've told this story. I was not looking for a little male Jack Russell. No, like the last dog I would have chosen. He asked, excuse me, repeatedly at a place that I was volunteering. And so I brought him home. And I figured, well, he'll be happy. And they told me he was shy, same as this little dog. And he did the same thing. When he came home, he wanted to just break out of the house. He was clawing at the sliding door to the balcony and was just beside himself. And I'm like, well, he wanted to come here. This is me. This is only 5 years ago. Not real smart. So anyway, I related to it, and it makes me very sad. And so I want to say two things here. First, I'm just going to keep pounding on this note, singing this note. If you are adopting or fostering an animal, please have a communicator speak to the critter and tell her or him what's going on. Same as you would tell a child, same as you would tell anybody. Would you just move somebody and not tell them how long they were going to be there or what was going on? Just, all right. So here's the other thing. When you're in a situation, or learn communication, I teach it also. Have I mentioned that? So that's the first thing. Please have empathy for these creatures. They don't know what's going on, and some of them manage quite well with that. Not all dogs freak out, but the really sensitive, gentle, quiet ones that have been traumatized more than the others don't handle it well, and a lot of them end up back at the shelter, and that's tragic for everybody, including the shelter. So that's one thing. Just be mindful of that it really helps if you explain things to them. And the other thing is, I'd like you to do a little exercise. I'm not going to lead you through it now because I personally don't like guided meditations. I get really bored and I think I don't want to follow through with them. I mean, when I'm hearing them. So you do this how you want, but I would like you at any time when your animal is acting badly or well or however, or an animal, a squirrel running around, any animal. I do this in my classes, this exercise of stop, center, breathe, and imagine, and it doesn't have to, you can do this at any time. It doesn't have to be in front of your animal, or just imagine an animal. And breathe and center and get your seat bones in the chair. Take a few deep breaths, calm, and imagine yourself stepping into the body of that animal. It may sound woo-woo and crazy, but It's just about literally trying to see another animal's perspective from standing in their shoes, as it were. Move into their bodies and look around through their eyes and just get a sense of what it is to be in that body. And you're going to be amazed by it. You can write notes down, or whatever you want to do. You can let me know. Come back here and leave a note under the video. It can be quite eye-opening, and like a lot of little dogs don't like being picked up. Well, I wonder why. They're little dogs. They don't want to be way off the ground like that. So a lot of them. So just any situation that you're experiencing with your animal, or that happened before, and you just quiet, step into that animal and see it from their perspective. And this exercise, once you do it enough and really get so it becomes kind of second nature, it will help you with people also, to be kinder, to listen more. Doesn't mean you don't disagree, I'm not suggesting that, but to listen more, to be kinder, and to see from someone else's perspective. So that's what I have to say to you today. Please try that exercise, and also please hire a communicator before you some big movement of an animal into foster care or other things. I'll stop now. Okay, thank you. If you want to learn more about my work, I'm Pam Sorellis, and my website is wingedhorsehealing.com.